45 plus, 55 plus, and 65 plus men. Pretty good turnout. We have
And welcome once again, race fans. It's the 2026 Louisville Criterium from Louisville, Colorado. I'm Garrick Mitchell with Bomb Squad Cycling, and you're riding along with me, both front and rear camera, in the 45 plus, 55 plus, and 65 plus Masters combined race. This is actually stage 2 of a stage race, but I am only doing the crit because I don't have the time or emotional energy to do a full-on stage race. So here I am, and thankfully they let us do that. But the peloton is 58 riders strong at the start. This is nominally a neutral lap, and we're going to round the corner at the bottom of the hill. And considering it's a neutral lap, well, I'm doing a lot of wattage, but I staged at the back, and that was a big mistake. Really, I should have been fighting like mad to improve my position. I did not, and the wind is mostly out of the east today, and so as you can see on the course map at the upper left, that means we got mostly a tailwind, at least at the bottom section of the hill, and if you're at the back, it's an endless chase. So while things have kind of calmed down a bit while we're finishing this, we'll call it formation lap, I'm still doing over 400 watts, or was. It's going to be a rough day for me. And you can already see from the duration of this video, this is not going to be a full race length video for me because I was not in the race for the full length. But, you know, it's some heavy hitters out here today, and of course being combined with the 45 plus. I mean, that's how it goes. That's what it said on the flyer, so here we are. But, man, I just do not have the watts right now. Life is happening, but I've got one teammate in this race. That's Nate Abbott, who's right in front of me on the right, and unfortunately I'm going to get a little bit hung up behind him. Nate just moved back to Colorado from Arizona, and I was a little bit upset with him. Sorry, Nate, but he slowed down a bit in that corner, and now you can see the gap. I'm not going to have fun back here, frankly. If you look back at my Louisville video from last year, that was just in the 50 plus. We tended to bottleneck a bit in this bottom corner. We tended to slow down. I'm trying to carry all the speed I can through it, but now, boy, I'm exceeding 800 watts, which for me is really something, just momentarily. But yeah, it was just an endless chase up this hill, and I knew even at this point I was only going to have so many matches to burn. And, you know, being at the back, everyone else is trying to chase up to the rider in front of them when it's all strung out like this. And some laps, we kind of caught up to the more compact peloton sooner than others. You'll see a couple times I do try to move up on the right, but never seem to get as far up as I should or as I'd like. And I'll go ahead and, you know, spoiler alert, my goal was to hang on until the brake went away, at which point you hope that the field kind of slows down a bit, or at least gets under control by the teammates of the guys in the brake, and that does look like that's what happened, but I was not around by then. So enjoy my struggling and flailing. Even in this downhill corner, which should be the simplest corner in the world, I felt like I was getting hung up or wasn't taking a great line. So, alas. But a shout out to my oldest kiddo, Silas, who actually rode down from Longmont to see dear old Dad race. I just wish I could have put on a better show, but Silas is really enjoying riding. Wants to learn more about racing, and so Silas, this video is for you. See what's going on inside the race. But yeah, I wasn't feeling very heroic today. So enjoy, and I'll be back with y'all a little bit later. But even here, just look how lined out we are. We are stretched out in a long single file line, and there's no rest for the wretched. I mean, even taking that corner at full speed, I'm having to, anyway, it was a tough day. Boo-hoo for me. But, and it was a bit nicer going through this corner. Didn't have to slow down as much as last time. You see, I took it at 25 that time, whereas last year in the 50 plus, I think I was getting down below 20 miles an hour. The field would be like 5 wide coming into that corner at the bottom of the hill, but turning on to the climb with the tailwind, and just no rest. So telemetry wise, we got the mirrored butt cam at the bottom left of the screen. Instead of the speedometer dial, I've got a power meter dial. I need to figure out if I can display like a 15 or 30 second rolling average. That is instantaneous power. And then I've got speed, elapsed time, and cadence just to the right of that, and then my heart rate at bottom right. And you can see at this point I'm starting to feel like it's kind of in control. I didn't gap too badly coming up the climb, so I think, okay, just one more lap. If the breakaway would go away and then their teammates start to block and the field slows down, yay for me, but not quite going to make it there, unfortunately. But still glad I came out, and certainly does make the video editing quicker because there's not as much video to edit. But I don't know. I think there's a break in the schedule now. Obviously tomorrow's the what they're calling the Superior Morgul Road Race, although it's I think it's just a back and forth on the south leg of the Morgul Bismarck Loop. But I got other stuff to do. Sorry, not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Now, of course, you could see a break up the road there. It looks like 4 riders. I don't know if that's the winning break. My sphere of awareness was so narrow. But yeah, again, just hoping for... Oh, yeah, you can see I'm kind of squeezing in there. You always got to remember the finish line gantry is a little narrower than the road here. So, but we managed it. So I was starting to feel like I was in a good position, and then just kind of sat in up on the hill as the peloton slowed down slightly, and then of course I get passed by a bunch of guys. So that's the lesson I always understand but never seem to learn, is you just got to fight for position all the time. So you can see in my heart rate graph, the next climb's going to be particularly challenging, and not too long after that I'm gonna detonate, and spoiler alert, there'll be a sound effect to go with that. So jump scare warning for a boom sound. And I swear these guys do not stop. We have gone single file, strung out all the way up this hill, and I am just about out of matches to burn. And it's just, these guys are so fast. But yeah, since we're still strung out, there's no rest on this bottom section. I'm still chasing to get back on. It just, something's got to give. And it will soon. And you are about to hear the sound of me detonating. You look back at it later and wonder, could I have stuck in there? Could I have squeezed that egg a little harder without crushing it in my hand? And I just don't think so. I wasn't recovering on the downhill. Just nothing left. So now I'm just going to motor along until I get pulled. I'd love to see the laps start to count down, but we're not even 18 minutes into a 45-minute race, so alas. But enjoy the putting along. I'm going to have some company in a little bit here, but it's meaningless at this point. Glad I came out, but man, just the depending on how they have the cats that day, the 40 plus or the 45 plus open are just incredibly fast. I mean, pretty much any race in Colorado is pretty much has a national caliber Masters field. I mean, that's not much of an exaggeration. Not much. Oh, so I passed the photographers at the bottom of the hill. I know that at some point Sean Curry was down there, so Sean, I'll definitely check out your stuff. I need to. In fact, you did get a shot of me on the Koppenberg. I need to buy that. So I think it's sitting in my cart, but I'll pick up that one. And then if you made me look heroic today, then I'll gladly purchase another image from you at greencurryphotography.com. There may be a smug mug in there. Green Curry Photography, spelled as it sounds. But anyway, there's not much more to say here. I think I'll have a little pity party narrative on my partial lap after I get pulled. I go through the corner at the bottom of the hill, and then suddenly realize the moto is right there, and I bail off onto the sidewalk, and that will be the conclusion of the video. But thanks for riding along with me, as always. I need to look at the race schedule. I don't think there's much on it until the summer solstice crit appeared on the calendar. I have no idea what that is, but that may be it for the next month, unless I go out to Table Mountain for a Wednesday night race. Those are fun. Those are super fast. But anyway, thanks for watching. Get out, race your bike, give it a shot. It's not fun to pay an entry fee and then last 20 minutes or so in a race, but that's how you improve. For me, I'm a lost cause. I have my glory days are behind me. Just with life happening and getting older every day, I'm not going to have much more to offer. If I did a structured training plan, I'm sure I could maximize my potential or realize the most of my potential. But that's not me. It'd be a job, I think. So, yeah, I'm a loser, pack meat, but I'm happy to be part of the show. And, that's something. So, for today, thanks for coming. We'll see you next time.
I'm done this side. I think I'll pull me. us up with the 45 plus.